I got the horse right here, the name is Paul Revere, and here's a guy that says if the weather's clear, can do.
Hello, everyone, and welcome back to another edition of Handicapper's Corner, brought to you by the Derby Bar and Grill. I'm Mike Heads, along with Drew Forster. We're going to go through the Saturday, July the 6th races at Hastings. We do have 7 races on the Saturday program, which just kick off our usual Saturday, Sunday.
Yep.
And we have 8 tomorrow on the Sunday program, but 7 races. No stakes races this weekend, but some good, tough, some good
There are some
little
tough
races.
ones.
I had a lot of trouble in a lot of the races, but it should be a lot of fun.
You'll see that as we go through our picks. A lot of the races, we have totally different horses. That always
it's tough to have a good opinion on some of these races, but I'll kick things off.
Sure.
Race number 1, got a field of 6.
I think we agree with this one.
6250 claimers, going 6.5 furlongs. I went the 6-horse Optic. I can see I can see the 1, 4, 5, 6 winning this race. 2 and 3 have to step it up.
Yep.
But the 1, 4, 5, 6 can all win.
Yep.
And
That's
I went
fair.
Optic just because of the way the race is going to shape up. I didn't see any speed in here. Optic's race to win or lose. The horse ran a much improved race. Second time out for non-winners, a 3 lifetime last time. And the connections are usually very aggressive, and they don't run them for the non-4,000 category. They step them up to 6250. So they're, and I respect that. And Steve does a great job. And I got to put this horse on top over the 5 Adichie and the 4-horse Brother Rod. I let Burnham out, but I can see Burnham winning easily. I can see any of them. They're all really interchangeable. But I just thought the best speed and the best chance for an evenly matched field, this particular horse is going to get the best trip.
Yeah.
And that's why I went 6-5-4.
Yeah, I mean, I'm with you. It's those 4. I just went slightly different. I went Optic over Brother Rod, and I put Burnham in the 3rd spot. But as you mentioned, they're very evenly matched. If you're a buyer's guy, you look at their last race buyers: Burnham 62, Brother Rod 61, Adichie 61, Optic 63.
I know. Doesn't get any more even.
It doesn't get any more even than that. I did go 6-4-1. I agree with Mike with Optic on top because of the speed advantage. In the first, on to the second. 3-year-old fillies, straight 16, going 6.5 furlongs, field of 7. I went to the one that Terry Clyde's got a couple in here with a big shot.
Very live.
I went to the one We Are Free just because this daughter finale has just done nothing wrong. The first race, she was super green. Still was weaving her way through horses. Jeff got her up. She won the race, beat Bombay. Bombay since come back to break her maiden. A step up to 8,000. She did it again, this time even more impressively.
Far more impressive.
Drew away by 4. Now this is a 16, but it's a 16 for 3-year-old fillies. It is not crazy tougher than that 8. I could see her winning. I got her on top. Snappy Ginger just won this race last time. Got up to beat Gifted Grey and Rockstar Red by a neck. Nice closing move. And Marshall Swindle, the other Terry Clyde runner, I thought ran a little... had a little trouble last time, and you see the move now to Denny Velasquez. That's not going to hurt Marshall Swindle's chance, so I can see her having a big shot too. I went 1-4-5.
Yeah, I agree. Terry Clyde holds a big...
The aces here, it looks like.
The aces in the outcome of this race. I went the other way. I went Marshall Swindle on top. If I want anyone out of the Snappy Ginger race, I want Marshall Swindle. This horse had a tough trip.
Brutal
was
trip,
wide throughout much of the race and didn't get beat much at all. Ended up 4th. A positive rider switch, but the one horse We Are Free is every bit as good and going the right way.
Yeah.
That was an impressive win coming from off the pace, won by almost 4 lengths. And this horse is doing well. And I put the 3-horse Anita Bolton's Rockstar Red. This horse battled on the head end the whole way and is her first try against winners. And I think there's some upside there too as well. But
that would have been my other horse for sure. Yeah.
I went 5, another good race, but 5, 1, and 3 in the Saturday second. On to the 3rd race, $4,000 claimers going a mile on the 16th. Non-4 lifetime or non-winners since May the 3rd this year. I landed on the 2-horse Fleming's Beach, but big heavy favorite in here. Looks like unlucky to lose to a very good Santa Fe trail last time. Fleming's Beach battled on sat in behind the speed, then rattled up through the opening half in 47-4 and got a little closer. Chased through 112-4. Did a lot of chasing. Was always like the aggressor through the middle stages of the race, and I think it cost the horse late, and that's why Santa Fe Trail did come up and snatch this horse in the stretch. But Fleming's Beach and Richard Hamill looked pretty alive in here. The 6-horse El Altino, another one that was up on the pace in that same Santa Fe Trail Fleming's Beach race. I respect this horse. Hamill does show up on the my top pick, and Scott Williams could easily win on this horse. He's done very well for Kerry Raven this year. And I put the one horse Act Up in for third. I took all the horses that actually finished behind Santa Fe Trail,
Yeah.
second, third, and fourth. And I didn't love anyone else other than that, and I went 2-6-1.
I don't know much to add. Fleming's Beach definitely coming off a big race last time. And you look, now we're going to mile 16th.
Yeah.
He's won this distance 5 times. The rest of the field's barely won at this distance 5 times. Really like Fleming's Beach in here. I agree. El Altano, just behind him last time, looks like the second best. After that pick one, I threw in Peyton's Best. Went to the lead last time going long. Faden, and if he gets the lead by himself, he could maybe carry him a long way under jockey Jeff. 2-6-5 for me in the third. On to the fourth, 3-and-up maiden 16, going a mile of 16th.
A lot of road races.
Yeah, there is.
Finally getting the mile of 16th races.
Exactly,
going.
that's good. Get some
Awesome.
different distances. I went to the 3 reprimand. Glenn Todd, big weekend last week, and now he's up to 12 wins. Denny Velasquez, of course, aboard. Battled on the head end last time, 23-2, 47-3 with free speech. He's an orb out of Medaglia de Oro Mare. I don't see the distance being any problem for him. I think he gets the lead in here, and I think he should be long gone. The horse that naturally would be the big threat to him is the Phil Hall, Peter Reddecup, Enrique Gonzalez connections with Aleutian Harbor, son of Harbor the Gold, dropping out of maiden special weights. He did go a mile 16 last time. He ran 4th by 5, so it was an okay race. For 16, he's obviously going to be more of a factor. It's those two. Pick one for third. I threw in the Valentine Kid. He had a brutal trip last time, just on heels the whole way. He almost went down in the first, going in the first turn there. Gets Scott Williams, gets to go long, which is I think what he wants to do. Going to be a bit of a price. He's my long shot pick in here. I went 3-2-1.
Yeah, I agree with the top two. I mean, I can even see the Valentine Kid being the third horse. I didn't pick him in my top 3, but I can see it because the horse is bred to run on. Reprimand looks like the speed of the race, going to get the lead. He's bred to run on. He relaxed nicely last time, but he just had a very good horse on his outside. Free Speech put him away, and
The whole
Free
way,
Speech
yeah.
is going to end up in stakes races.
Yeah.
That's a very nice maiden for the big fly stable. And
Look at his
Steve
two maiden races this year. He gets beat 3 lengths by Whiskey Bound.
He just running second in the last stake
Yeah,
and Explode.
and he comes back in third
know,
behind Free Speech.
He's coming out of some good heats, and he's in against easier. I think the distance won't hurt. The 2 horses, I agree. Aleutian Harbor, another one dropping in class. Decent 4th against older horses, and I put in the 8 Rack City. They had the blinkers on him last time. He regressed. He didn't do well. The blinkers come back off. And his races prior to that were very good.
He could definitely hit the board, that's for sure.
More interested going along. 3-2-8 for me in the 4th. On to the 5th race. $8,000 older horses. Good race here. Going a mile to 16th. We got horses coming from everywhere. I got horses like Pioneer of the West and dropping from 25. Dashing Dawn dropping from 35. This is a dirty tough rank. Kermode dropping down from 16, and then you got your PS Diamond Cutter, and then you got your regular nice 8,000 12-5 horses that are showing up in the race. It's come up pretty salty, and I ended up on the 7 Kermode. I think he's the most reliable of any of the horses dropping. His race is routing. I know he's only won the once at the distance, but his distance races have been against far better horses than a lot of these, and I just think his first race was okay behind Hanson's Vegas. That was just too tough. Came back for 16, ran a good 4th behind Wise Market. The odds are good in Ezekiel. And then last time we just chased a hot pace, and the All Button won off by 14. And he ended up finishing 5th, well beaten, but he was only beaten 5 lengths per second. This is an easier spot. Like I said, I don't love anyone in here. I put the 4 horse Pioneer of the West in the mix as well. Horse for Steve Bryant. There's another one dropping in class. Was up on the pace, absolutely stylish, not yet Highway Boss. That was a tough 25. Yeah. This is a lot easier spot for Pioneer of the West. This is like way easier. And I put the 6 horse Great Blake. I just respect the horse. He's a cool horse. He's never really routed well. He's only had the one try, but he got kind of cooked on the pace, and he wasn't as good as he is right now. Kerry Raven had a nice win first time out for the connections, and not a ton of speed in here, and he might be able to sneak away with some cheap fractions, and we'll see how that plays out. But this is a good race. Sunset Drive's live. Son of War can win. P.S. Diamond Cutter's good. Sergeant Rick's coming off another good race. Dashing Dawn, I've left out the ticket. I don't know what happened so far this year, but he just hasn't been firing. Maybe the $8,000 level will get him more in the game. But wow, it's a tough 8-horse field. I went 7-4.
This is a tough horse. I went to Sunset Drive.
I can see. I know you can play a lot in here.
Yeah, this is a horse that has been competitive with these horses for higher later on, or earlier on, I should say, in his career. Had the one start this year. It was a good, even, nice race. He closed well at the end. Only got beat a length and a half, and now he gets to go long. He's got the sprint. Now he gets to go long. This is what he wants to do. He's won 3 races at this distance. 3 of his 4 races of his life have come at today's distance. I like Sunset Drive on top of Dash and Dawn. I'm not giving up on him at the $8,000 level. Another one going long 4 times. A lot of these horses aren't necessarily 100% proven at the distance. Dash and Dawn is, and I agree. Pioneer of the West is probably the horse to beat.
I would think so. Yeah.
But he looks like he's the one to beat. Like you said, that absolutely stylish not yet race. It's just a lot of times you see these horses take that big drop. The first one, they hit the board, and then they come back and win the next one. We saw that with Optic, and I'm just kind of playing an angle there with Pioneer than West. But I got a bit of a price horse in the 3, Sunset Drive, 3-5-4 for me. In the 5th. I know Mike's hoping I'm right there.
Yeah, I hope you're right.
Yeah, on to the 6th. Allowance non-3 lifetime for 3 and 4-year-olds. Going to mile 6, another long race. I went to the 3 Harry's Hammer. I don't like that last race at all. He stumbled. He never got involved. Throw that out. The race before that behind Whiskey Bound was really good. We saw Whiskey Bound come back to run second in the 3-year-old stake the other day. And last year, if you look at his form, he was running good. Then he goes long, gets up, beats Ace of Diamonds in a maiden special weight. His best races have been at the distance. He's got 2 sprints in him. I don't know how much he got out of the last one, but the first one was a really good race. Last time, as I mentioned, he stumbled at the start, and Scott never really got into him to make up that kind of ground. So he kind of got a free trip around there. But I think today, there's another race. You can make a case for a bunch of them. I'm going to land on Harry's Hammer. I put Day Raider, probably the horse that I think would take the money in here. Him and El Noble. I have them 2nd and 3rd. Day Raider. Only got beat a couple lengths last time, but he is proven at the distance. He's run a mile 16 3 times. He's hit for the cycle. He's got a 1st, 2nd, and a 3rd. He won the Winston Churchill last year going a mile 16th. He's got another one that has a race under his belt. Should improve in his 2nd start. Last time he ran against horses that have been running. That's a disadvantage. Now he's got that race. Look for him to move forward. And El Noble, he went out to Alberta. The only thing,
go well. Stumbled bad.
That's one. I mean, El Noble, I'm pretty sure is the horse to beat in here. But that was last weekend. So now he's come back over the Rockies. With basically, he didn't even run.
I don't know what LR DNF walked off is, but I know the horse stumbled badly and lost.
He lost his rider.
That's all
yeah,
it was.
yeah.
I don't know what LR and DNF. I know what DNF.
He didn't finish.
Yeah, but the horse did cross the finish line.
I don't know what LR.
No, but the rider.
What does LR stand for? Left, right. The break there. Maybe that's what it was.
Lost rider.
Lost rider. There we go.
Rider.
Very good.
Yeah, lost rider.
Capital letters. Capital lost rider.
I don't know. That's kind of.
Definitely, I mean, one of a horse of many in here. I didn't touch on Speculator. Chefs lose a boss coming off a win in a non-3 allowance. It is a good race.
No, they're a good one.
I went 3-5-7. I'm going with another horse. You're probably going to get 5 or 6 to 1 on Harry's Hammer.
Yeah, I think you might get more on mine, but it'll be tough to see who wins. But I went to the 2-horse Speculator. I'm going to go with this horse ran in the absolutely stylish, not yet Highway Boss race. That's a dirty tough $25,000 race.
That's not a non-3.
This is not. This is way easier. This is a huge drop for this horse. I know it looks like on paper 25 to allowance is a step up. This is a 2 or 3 steps down in this. This is a lot easier category the Speculators in. His races last fall were very good. He beat Chef and Spokane's Gem. He once the distances got longer, he got far better. He did lose to El Noble and Chef in a race back in July, but the pace wasn't great for him, and El Noble was really good at the time. El Noble's the best horse in this race. Yeah. But I'm just playing against him because he shipped to Alberta.
And then he comes right back, and now he's in this
back
weekend.
in a week.
Yeah, it's
like,
not ideal.
And if you're going to try and beat a favorite, this is the time to maybe try and do it.
Yeah.
Is El Noble the best horse? Definitely.
Is he vulnerable today? Yeah.
Yeah, definitely again. So I'm going to try him to defeat El Noble, and I put Sluice the Boss in for 3rd.
I can see that.
He doesn't have a great record so far in his brief career going long, but I like he won at this level last time. I left out Day Raider. I left out Spokane's Gem, who could easily wire the field if he ever continues He's
Chef
to
too. Chef's
improve.
coming off
Chef
a big race.
looked good,
Going
winning a
long
maiden
in his
race.
first start of the year.
Looped
Yeah.
the field easily, and your Harry Hammer's live too. RW Stam. Good race. This is a good race. I went 2-7-8. On to the 7th and final. 12-5. Older horses here, or 3-year-olds, pardon me, going 6.5 furlongs. I ended up on the 2-horse Indicative. I think this horse had the toughest trip of anyone coming out of the Better Than a Boyfriend race, and it was wide throughout. Just got caught late as the favorite. I think he'll get a better trip this time, sitting in behind the speedy Sir Knight, number 5, and the 7, a Ranger. I think those two may hook up and get into a little bit of a pace, a squabble. And Indicative could be the one that sits in behind and picks up the spoils. And I'll try him to win it over the 5 Sir Knight and the 7 a Ranger. I went 2-5-7.
I went to the 7 a Ranger last time in that was a dirty tough race. Sunburst, Dat Day, Ring of Kerry. He was on the head end, 21-4, 45-1. Yeah, he faded. I mean, he figured to. This is a considerably easier race. The speed is to the inside of him. If he wants to go, it's going to give Alex Marti, who's off to a good start, gives him some options. I think a Ranger's in the best spot. I like Sir Knight as well, but again, he's going to have a Ranger on his outside, right? So that's tough to fight a horse the whole way. I went a Ranger, Sir Knight. I left out Indicative. I did throw in Troupon Online. I cashed last time on this horse at a big price last time at 9-1. And just like absolutely didn't show up in his first 2 starts this year. I don't know what was going on. I know Rob told me this horse was training really good all spring. Did not show up in his first 2 starts. His last 2 starts have been quite good. And he's going the right way. First time against winners. This is not an easy spot for him, but I just like the way he's improving, so I put him in as my long shot pick in the 3rd spot. I went 7, 5, and 1. That'll do it for our analysis of the Saturday card. Up next on screen will be Mike's picks.
There we go. Back in race number 1, I did go to the 6 horse. Optic, going to go 6-5-4. Race number 2, I went to the 5. Marshall Swindle, the Terry Clyde Exactor, going to go 5-1-3. Race number 3, I went to the 2 horse Fleming's Beach, probably a heavy favorite, but like him to get the job done, 2-6-1. Race number 4, I went to the 3 Reprimand over the 2 Aleutian Harbor and the 8 Rack City. Race number 5, I went to the 7 Kermode. Tough, it is a toughie. I went 7-4-6, but you can play a pile in there.
All
same for
button.
the 6th race, another all button race. I went to the 2 Speculator over the 7 El Noble and the 8 Slews to Boss. Good race, another one. A lot of good races today. And the 7th, I went to the 2 Indicative. Going to go 2, 5, and 7.
On to my picks. There we go. Back in the first, I agree with Mike. On number 6, Optic over the 4 and the 1. In the second, I went to the other Terry Clyde runner. Mike went to Marshall Swindle. I'm going to the 1, We Are Free, over the 4 and the 5. In the third, we agree on Fleming's Beach, maybe one of the better bets of the day. Number 2, Fleming's Beach, over the 6 and the 5. In the fourth, number 3, Reprimand. I went 3-2-1. In the fifth, the all-button race, I went to Sunset Drive. Try and get a little bit of a price horse here, 3-5-4. And in the 6th, another horse is probably going to be, probably 5 or 6-1. I think number 3, Harry's Hammer, over the 5 and the 7. And the nightcap, I went to the 7, a Ranger, over the 5 and the 1.
Well, hopefully everyone enjoyed the show. Hopefully it gave you a little bit of insight into the Saturday, July the 6th races.
Bet every horse in the 5th and 6th. That's
pretty much we've
our insight
confused you
into
like
this week.
crazy in the 5th and 6th, but they are difficult races. But it should be a lot of fun on Saturday. Hopefully the weather cooperates.
Should be good,
It's supposed to be a little cloudy, but
That'll be gorgeous.
yeah, it'll be lovely. Well, let's think on the positive
that'd
side.
be great.
Our next live card will be, of course, today's card starts at 1:50. Our next
Yep.
live card will be Sunday, July the 7th. Another 8 race card starting at 1:50. On behalf of Drew, thanks everyone for tuning in. We'll see you next time here on Handicapper's Corner.
I got the horse right here, the name is Paul Revere, and here's a guy that says if the weather's clear, can do